Why, hello there. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you have been here before, if you haven't, welcome. And I hope you stay. And if you find anything of value here, please like this video and subscribe to the channel and check back, or so you can get notifications when I do put out new videos. I'll be putting out a bunch of readings I've started doing. And I'm going to use, intuition to feel which ones to put out when exactly. Also, I'm perfecting my technique and audio and so on. So I am just sorting out my details here. But again, I thought I would go ahead and share this one while I'm doing it for myself. So my question was, which direction? These are Lenormand cards. These are the Fairy Lenormand Oracle cards. I love these. They're beautiful. They're big. And they take up a lot of space. And I have been using smaller cards to put on them to kind of give more of the sort of meanings for me, and less, because for Lenormand it's not so much the details of the image itself but what is represented by the image. So dog, that's not which direction the dog is facing, according to some, and others I think throw in more intuition, and I think both are fine, whatever brings you the most information. I am still learning, so I might go back and forth. These are my two dragon cards I pulled as well. I'll pull them out in a minute. But those dragon cards, I will actually read from the book on those because it's so nice, usually, or so specific kind of how the book goes. But this is the book in the deck, the Dragon Riders Oracle. Okay. And then as far as my awesomely favorite tarot deck, it's in the other room. So we will see about adding that in later, or maybe doing a continuation or a separate video. I don't know. Still have yet to decide. But so for the question I asked was well, I kind of just pulled the dragon cards first, actually. So let me pull those up after all. Here we go. And they both just jumped out. And so Ceres bond, abundance, variety, and happiness are making their way into your life. The time of harvest has arrived. Golden Dragon, which I've been working with the Golden Dragon, actually, or the energy of the Golden Dragon. Also number 1. So that one jumped out, and look, there's the sun, kind of matches. And at the same time, Pallas Athena and Sweetie jumped out. Number 28. The destiny of your world is changing, and whether this is for good or ill is also in your hands. Protect the good. Look after love and leave no room for lower energies to creep in. So these are the two that I pulled, and then after I pulled those, I asked about where would be the place I could most focus my energies in my life to bring in, to resonate with and bring in abundance, financial abundance, abundance of all kinds, but especially financial abundance. Where would be the most, the highest energy, or resonating closest with my, highest available timeline, you could say, or my highest potential, or, if you have contracts, like the best and like the top choice of like, yes, if everything went great, this would be what I could do from now on. Like, where could I focus my energies to bring in that abundance, feel it as well as the financial abundance? So that's what the Lenormand reading is. And I let Spirit choose this card here. And before I thought about it too much, I just dealt across, top 3, middle 3, bottom 3. So I'm going to read them the way I've been reading Lenormand spreads lately. But let's look at the dragons first, since that's who came out first. And then we can go ahead and jump in to the, or maybe we'll save Athena because she was kind of fell out. They fell out together, but like I feel like these go well. Maybe I'll just put her over there for now. And since Sarah's bond sort of initiated this reading, catalyzed, I don't know, triggered, that might be a good word. And I already did this part, but the dwarf planet Ceres, might be saying that wrong, I'm so sorry if I am, is the largest object in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, and the only dwarf planet in the inner solar system. Ceres accounts for almost 1/3 of the total mass of the asteroid belt, but is still much smaller than Earth's moon. The surface of the dwarf planet, is strewn with craters and contains large amounts of ice and or frozen water beneath it. And it is this that makes Ceres so extraordinary. Water is well known to be a basic requirement for the evolution of life as we know it. It is essential for fertility and abundance. Water is also the element of feelings and emotions, and without it there can be neither happiness nor prosperity. Ceres is also one of the Roman goddesses, representing fertility and plentiful harvests, and is considered a daughter of Saturn. So, a message from Ceres. Hold the card over your heart. I'll do it again. Close your eyes for a moment and listen to my voice. Okay, I'll put that back so you can imagine it while we do it. I am both a higher spirit and a goddess. Feel my presence. I am with you in this moment, and I bless you with the light of joy, happiness, and abundance. Be aware of all your opportunities. The joy I bring will transform all your fears and free you. Smile. Breathe yellow light throughout your body and recognize that a time of harvest has begun. Look at the abundance around you and start to enjoy and share it. Celebrate your own personal Thanksgiving to show everyone that you are prepared for the harvest. Be ready and receptive. As a goddess and a higher spirit of a planet, Ceres has connected with the energy field of a dragon. The name of this dragon is Bond. A message from Bond. Close your eyes and step beneath my wings. I bring a powerful light that will crown all your visions and projects for the future with success. The time of ambiguity and confusion has now come to an end, and you have been given the gift of clarity. Let my energy flow through your veins and feel the power of your liberated will. Now is the time for harvest, and with it come joy and laughter. So you see why I chose sort of abundance as my topic, right? As my question. It sort of led right into it. So again, reading right out of this book. Love it. Okay. So for our cards here, I wanted you to see them because they're so beautiful. So we have birds, number 12. We have the garden, number 20. We have dog, 18. We have key, 33. Clover, 2 is the topic card, the center card. And scythe, 10. And then finally, sun, 31. Ship, 3. And stork, 17. So I hope you appreciated seeing those cards. They are so beautiful. Now I'm going to pull out my little prompts. I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and put out the little prompt cards, which also allow me to see what card I'm looking at, as even though they're kind of covered. So, for the question of where to focus my energy to bring in the most abundance, we're going to start with the topic card here, just kind of seeing which that is. That's Clover. So, go ahead and see a number of maybe positive versus negative cards. Dog is positive. Oh, let's make it so we can see. At one point I marked these, different readers have different interpretations about what is positive or negative or neutral sometimes, but usually it's a difference between like either some call it neutral when others call it positive, or some call it negative, like neutral when others call it negative. It's not usually the total opposite meaning. So we have, for positive cards, we have dog, we have stork, we have sun, we have key, we have clover. That's 5 out of 9. That's more than half. Those are all really good positive cards too. And then for negative cards, we have Scythe. That's the only negative card. And then we have the neutral cards, which would be, 3 more? Birds, garden, and ship. And in my world, ship is a positive card, but it can definitely mean, wow, relocating, moves, risk potentially, but it's motion. I'm a big fan of motion. I'm a fire sign. Okay, so we're kind of looking at the overall. We also don't see any clubs in here, which I just learned in Lenormand, the clubs are the most difficulty ones. So the fact that they're not here at all, like, that seems pretty good overall. And then let's take a look at our placements of things. Overall, this is a good reading, right? A good focus. It seems to be mirroring, and like with Sun talking about success, right? Interesting, we didn't get money, and we asked about abundance, but I think that we asked the direction about the money. So the clover is going to represent basically our money here, and kind of the topic of where to focus our actions or our energies here. So as far as this would be soon, a quick energy. It's, kind of unserious, some sort of serendipity, short-lived, just a quick hit of like a little good luck, bam. So definitely something fast coming in quickly. So acting soon, we're talking about soon action, and the scythe is another action one as well. So that will be an interesting line to look at. But we're going to look now here at, so this is what you might call the trigger card of this particular spread. And I don't know the names of all the positions, but I did hear someone call that this, and that makes sense. So for the trigger card, I was going to use like my pointer, my little petrified wood pointer. I need a thinner one that's lighter weight, but for now. So we have birds, we have clover, and we have stork coming like that. And then we have sun, clover, and dog going like that. That is a great, X marks the spot. As far as the corners, we have birds, dog, stork, and sun. So let's just look at, and then even the diamond cards here are going to share some more information. But as far as the birds go, like, so it's time to talk with others. Go to meetings, go in, get involved in conversations, start making plans. Actually work on verbal things. So using your voice, and using it quickly can definitely bring positive change and improve things financially, helping things to get better. So, help is on the way. So that could say financial help is on the way, or financial abundance is on the way. maybe a little bit, maybe it's a quick little bit hit of money, maybe someone gives you some or loans you something, but you do kind of have to talk to someone about that. That's what I'm getting here, to bring it in that one way, or focus on talking, sharing your voice, is kind of the point where you can actually bring in some quick response, right? Improvement here in your situation. And since we're talking finances, then we'll see they're not financial situation, but that's how to get jumpstart your energy into creating and bringing abundance into your life. The sun itself, like success, is the big look. It's the best card. I mean, life force. It can be even too much, but basically you have the potential for success here, for clarity on what kind of action to take, and it will possibly have to do with talking with a friend here, right? So those two can be mirrored, but even through a friend, maybe I don't see like necessarily partnership cards, so it might be more about a certain direction or something that someone says to you that kind of like hits you like, oh, I should do that, or something along that way. Somebody trustworthy, talking with people someone that you trust, could help you actually. And now it's time to act, basically. It's a good time. So this is a good time to like have those conversations about like, what do you think I'm good at? Or what would you pay for? Like if I were to do this, you know what I mean? Kind of like getting those ideas sorted out. And to me, that goes along with the birds, that conversation with trustworthy. It could be therapists, even counselors. It also could be, it's in that direction of if you were to be that kind of person, a therapist, a counselor, maybe go into massage therapy. Well, this is talking more about words. So nursing, helping professions. So that could go in that direction. Or you can help find your direction by engaging with that direction. And then the next thing we talk about the birds. So this gossip or conversations that are happening with friends or helping trusted people definitely help things get better. It improves. It's for the greater good. Like maybe it'll help you focus in so that you can find that direction of clarity here. Talking with those people are going to help bring you, like, improve your life, improve the abundance financial situation, and bring clarity on where to focus that action. And with those birds, like, it's like public communication. It's like talking outside to the public. Or maybe at events, some sort of like getting out to events and meeting people, making friends, making connections. Or maybe you're going to be advertising yourself out to your own friends first, or at like social events of like smaller groups or larger groups of friends, people that you talk with, or maybe even out on social media, although that's not necessarily the full social media card. But maybe in the spring and the summer, the timing is coming. But you want to get some publicity going, advertising, like get out there, get it known, let people know what you're doing. You need to let people know what you're doing. Your friends will help you too. Like they're going to jump in there and, purchase your wares or your services. They're going to contribute in ways because they love you and they want to support you. And then for the energy that we are passing through, that you're just kind of completing or just have completed, that discussion actually did lead to, you've already had the discussion, is basically what I'm getting. You already kind of have an idea of where the answer is on the horizon. There's pure potential. It's the twin of this, like the fraternal twin of the sun, and you have that here. like your words, your verbal words, your spoken word, your voice, or speaking communication, verbal communication is like the key to your success, basically. Okay, that doesn't mean, but it could mean you're doing something like this, like a YouTube channel, or like being on a stage, or doing a TED Talk, or some kind of like teaching series that you do online or in person. Meeting with people, like actually having kind of gatherings. Maybe you want to do like nature therapy. Um, you know, like these kinds of things. I just had a moment because like I was actually looking into doing nature therapy. So that's interesting to me right there. And the next line we're going to look at here, the key. So that answer, that enlightenment, that discovery will make you feel, giddy, excited. Like maybe it surprises you. It doesn't seem so serious. It seems like things should be more serious, but actually you can make this fast decision. Like you already know. You're ready to make a choice right now. It looks like you're going to have to make that move and make that decision, and it may involve a quick ending, or it might be like kind of destiny in a way, part of your life path. You know what to do, and now is the time to do it. Time to act. Time to act. Time to act. I think it's time to act. Are you getting that idea? And working with social events, be outside in nature, is going to help you feel happy and make you realize how like everything isn't so serious. But you could also get allergies from it, just a little thing. But getting out and traveling, or even moving, but that forward motion, if nature therapy is your thing, then get outside. It'll make you feel happy, and it will create this sort of feeling of forward motion of progress. But you could say that in anything, whatever it is. Put it out there. You're doing a YouTube channel, like put your videos out there, like, have some fun with it. Or think of it as a fun thing. Don't make it so serious. Don't make it like, this has to succeed. This has to bring me all my financial abundance. No, just have fun. Have fun, be yourself, be giddy, and think about the exciting things, and, feel like you're progressing. This is really going to help move that energy. And it is about movement and action. This reading is very much about movement and action. And then finally, the fundamentals here, like what's supporting you, is this clarity, this newfound clarity that you have found. You know it now. You actually know it. This is something you know. You don't have to go discover it. So if you've been having conversations in the past with friends or with other people where you kind of had this like, oh yeah, that would be perfect for me. What, like an aha moment, like that would be amazing. I would love to do that. I feel like, or I've done it before and it was like it brought me so much joy, or it makes me feel alive, and excuse me about my throat. Again, about your voice though, right? Clearing your throat, speaking out, talking, using your voice is the key for this success, and will create this forward motion that creates, things are going to get better, positive changes. It's going to be pretty quick response here. Help is on the way. Hang in there. You're so close. Okay, well, I find that to be quite a lovely reading there with some actual, actionable advice. Okay, so let's look at our final dragon card and see kind of as a postscript here. Okay, I just went ahead and got the book. So there's number 28, which adds up to a 10, which is a 1. which, by the way, this is a 10-1 year. 2026 is a 10-1 year, a year of new beginnings. And we have the 1 card over here, Sarah's bond. And then we have the 28, which is also a 1. And we have another 10 over here with the scythe. So it's definitely, and look at all these. So do we have a 12, which is a 3. We have a 20, which is 2. An 18, which is a 9. We have a 33, which is a master number. So we're sticking with our 3s. Another 2. There's that 10-1 of the scythe. And then we have 31, which is 4. Ship, which is 3. Another 3. And then 17, which is 8. So if we are into numerology and you know what they mean more than I do, feel free to please tell me in the comments, because I would really love that. Because I don't know enough about them. So Pallas Athena is without doubt the most popular of the Greek goddesses and gods, and is thought to be the favorite daughter of Zeus. She was born from the head of Zeus as a fully grown adult goddess in golden armor, powerful, radiant, and stunningly beautiful. She represents a sharp and brilliant intellect. The virginal Pallas Athena will help awaken and bring clarity to your mind so that you can be independent, free, self-reliant, tireless, and strong. This wisest of Greek goddesses was renowned for her wisdom and for her powers as a leader and protector. A message from Pallas Athena. I am not a goddess who will cloud your thinking with talk of light and love. I am clarity. I have a brilliant mind. Clarity. I have a brilliant mind. For many thousands of years, your awakening has been my goal. An awakening not only in terms of words and the light-filled things with which you surround yourself, but of your whole being. You may well be wondering how this will happen. It is very simple. Stop lying to yourself. Stop following or serving low energies. Yes, I am strict, but that is what is required. Broaden your mind and learn. Learn and understand what your spiritual and worldly teachers are saying. Read the books that you value most once again. You have probably only absorbed and fully grasped a fraction of their content. It is time to train your mind. You have done enough for your heart for the moment. Pallas Athena is connected with a red dragon, whom she affectionately calls Sweetie. This dragon is the ultimate protector and is wise and especially loving. A message from Sweetie. Let's look at Sweetie here. A little closer. You must understand that Athena's harsh tone is born of a loving heart. We care about you. We love you. The time has come to follow the golden path of your soul completely and not just half-heartedly. Well, thank you very much. I feel like that's quite nice, actually. For me, anyway, that was a nice reading. I hope that you found something of interest or value in there, or brought thoughts to your mind, or got you, gave you some kind of ideas, or helped you decide you wanted to take some action in a certain direction, something you've been thinking about that you already know about, basically. Let me know. Let me know what your projects are. Let me know if you're starting businesses. We'll put them in the comments. Maybe I can share them out or something. Or something like that. Make some kind of a community post. I feel like we should support each other and ourselves in our directions of making ourselves, self-sufficient financially and happy, joyful. Well, I hope that is helpful. Thank you for joining me. Please like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you did like it. Share it to any like-minded friends you may have who may be interested in this sort of thing, and or in the message itself. And join me again for my next one. I don't have a schedule yet, but I'm getting put together here. So I do hope you have a magical day.